The hearing is now back in session. At this time, I'd like to go to the parties in interest in the investigation and the NTSB for some final remarks and a closing statement. OceanGate, would you please start?
Thank you. On behalf of OceanGate, we again offer our deepest condolences to the families of those who died on June 18th, 2023, and to everyone impacted, including those who attended or testified at this hearing. After the tragic incident, OceanGate permanently wound down its operations. The company's primary task has been to cooperate fully with the investigations conducted by the Coast Guard and the NTSB, including in connection with this public hearing. Our law firm, Debevoise & Plimpton, was engaged by OceanGate shortly after the tragedy to assist with that process. We thank the Coast Guard and the NTSB for allowing us to participate in these proceedings as a party in interest, for their hard work on this investigation, including this hearing, and for their professionalism throughout this process. We hope that this hearing has helped to shed light on the tragedy and will assist the Coast Guard and the NTSB in preparing their reports and recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Muse?
Thank you, Chair. I'd first like to thank you, Mr. Neubauer, and the Coast Guard Marine Board of Investigation for including our agency in these hearings and for your exceptional cooperation throughout the investigation. I'd also like to thank the parties and our international partners for the continued support over the last 15 months in sharing your expertise. At a future date, a separate report of the NTSB findings will be issued, which will include our official determination of the probable cause of the accident. In the meantime, we will continue to collect evidence, conduct analysis, develop findings, and issue recommendations based on the facts developed throughout the investigation. Finally, on behalf of the NTSB, I'd like to thank the first responders and again express my deepest sympathies to the families and the friends of those lost in the accident.
Thank you, sir. Before we adjourn, I'd like to use this opportunity to thank the witnesses who participated in these proceedings. It takes courage to testify in the public spotlight, especially in the aftermath of a traumatic event. The subject matter covered during the sessions was often highly technical and emotionally charged, and I'm grateful to each witness who stepped up and assisted in our efforts to fully understand this unprecedented incident. To the families and friends of those lost, you continue to have my deepest condolences. Please rest assured that the end of this hearing session does not indicate the end of our investigative efforts. The Marine Board will continue to press forward with finalizing our evidence collection, conducting an analysis of everything collected, and then pressing for any changes necessary in the form of recommendations to the Commandant of the Coast Guard to help ensure that nobody has to endure a future similar occurrence. It's been my experience that these types of high-profile incidents and the subsequent investigations have the ability to drive change and enhance safety throughout the maritime domain. Moreover, publicly presenting the evidence in a transparent manner often drives self-correcting behaviors well before the final reports are released. Lastly, I'd like to thank the parties that participated in this investigation, including OceanGate and the NTSB and our international partners. The cooperation from day one has been continuous and appreciated. I'd also like to thank my team for their long hours and continuous dedication to this profound duty, while also managing their Coast Guard existing work demands, which are substantial. As we close these proceedings, please rise and join me for a moment of silence to honor the memory of those who perished.